We give up too easily as business owners. One of the things that we have a tendency to do is we'll hear good wisdom and we'll try it once. And when it doesn't work exactly the way that someone that's gone before us has talked about, we can go, oh, well, that doesn't work. And I was reading through Luke chapter 8 and Jesus's parable of the sower, and a thought popped into my head. Now, Jesus was talking about faith, but there's some cross application for our businesses here as well. Luke 8, beginning in verse 4. And when a great crowd was gathering and people from town after town came to him, he said in a parable, a sower went out to sow his seed. And as he sowed, some fell along the path and was trampled underfoot, and the birds of the air devoured it. And some fell on rock as it grew up. It withered away because it had no moisture. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up with it and choked it. And some fell into good soil and grew and yielded 100-fold. And as he said these things, he called out, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. When we look at this scripture passage, we see that Jesus is using a business example. He's using a farming example. Just because some of the seed falls on the pathway, just because some of the seed gets choked out or doesn't thrive, doesn't mean we shouldn't plant seed. And the same is true in our businesses that we run. Just because something doesn't work one time, or just because we know that some of our efforts are going to fall on deaf ears, doesn't mean we shouldn't share the message that God has given us. There are going to be people who don't like what you have to say. There are going to be efforts that don't yield the fruit that you and I want it to, but that doesn't mean we don't try. And so the next time something goes wrong in your business and things don't have the desired effect that you wish that they had, think about it and remember that just because that seed didn't bear fruit doesn't mean this one won't. And keep working for God's glory and the good of the people you serve.